Hello everybody and welcome to Outdoors Britain. In this episode I'm going to show you another dinner that I make out of the rabbits I shoot on the golf course. This one is called creamy cider rabbit stew, and as usual first I'm going to show you the ingredients and then I'll show you how to make it. Now let's get into it. And here are the ingredients. Right, so we need 60 grams of butter, but that's not out, that's still in the fridge. And we need one rabbit. We need bacon lardons. Now, I haven't got any bacon lardons, so I'm just going to make some out of some bacon. We need 300 grams of shallots, which in this case is that whole pack. We need one onion, chopped. We need a couple of celery sticks, chopped. We need 250 grams of parsnips, which will be half of that 500 gram pack. We need to cut those into eighths. We're going to need 300 mils of dry cider. I haven't got a dry cider, I've got a Henry Weston's medium dry cider, which I'm sure will do the job just fine. We need another 300 mils of chicken stock. 225 grams of puff pastry. That's got to be defrosted if it's frozen. We need one egg, which we're going to beat and use to glaze. We're going to need 6 tablespoons of the half-fat creme fraiche. We're going to need 2 tablespoons of the corn flour mixed with 2 tablespoons of water. We're going to need 2 tablespoons of the Dijon mustard. Finally, we're going to need 2 tablespoons of tarragon. Now, those are the ingredients. Now I'm going to show you how to make it. And like I do in most of the cooking videos, I'm going to set the camera up to the side, and I'm not going to bore you all with all the sort of chopping and peeling and prepping and that kind of thing. I'll just speed all that up in the edit, so it's all done in double quick time. Okay, so first thing we need is a chopping board and one sharp knife and one half decent peeler. And we're going to start with these shallots. Now, because we're in Great Britain, 1 teaspoon is equal to 3 tablespoons. Now, obviously I can't get a tablespoon in here, which is why we're going to be using a teaspoon. So I'll just quickly measure this out. 1, 2, 3. It's 1 tablespoon of tarragon. 1, 2, 3. Right, that's 2 tablespoons of tarragon. Now that's just about all the chopping and prepping done. So yeah, now it's time to move on to the first step. And the first thing we're going to do is take our cast iron cooking pot that I'm sure you've seen in other videos. And we're going to add a tiny bit of vegetable oil. Just a tiny bit, like that. Turn that heat down a little bit to about halfway, and we're going to put our rabbit in. And we are going to gently fry that until it's just beginning to brown. Okay, so the rabbit is now just starting to brown. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it off the heat and we're going to remove it from our cooking pot onto a plate. If I can do this without throwing it all everywhere. That's it. We're going to put our rabbit to one side, and now we're going to do the same again but with our lardons. So in they go. Okay, so now our lardons are just about crisp. We're going to set them aside with our slightly browned rabbit. and set them aside. Okay, so now we're going to add our 60 grams of butter, or 2 ounces. So I'm just going to guesstimate how much that is, and I'm going to go with that much. Right, just like that. And now, as that's melting, we are going to add our shallots, our onion, and our celery. Okay, we're going to cook these for a few minutes. In fact, while that's cooking, we're going to mix up our 300 mils of chicken stock. And for that we need 1 jug. Well, measuring jug. And we need 1 of those chicken oxo cubes. Unwrap it, crumble it up a little bit, or quite a lot, whatever. Okay, so we've just experienced a slight technical difficulty. I just had a quick look at the screen on the camera that I was using to film, and it's lucky I did, because it said it only had 2 minutes of space left on it, so I've just had to run upstairs and grab the other camera. But we're back on now. I managed to catch that just in the nick of time. So I'm just going to relight this cooker ring. Keep that on a nice low heat and get that kettle nice and hot again. And now in goes our 300 mils of water. I do hope that there isn't a corrupted file on the other camera now, because that'll be the first half of this video gone otherwise. Okay, that's 300 mils. Just stir the rest of that crushed up oxo cube in, get that dissolved. Or just leave that in there. Right. Give that another little move around, like that. Oh, that does smell good. Right, now we need to preheat the oven to 180 degrees centigrade or gas Mark IV if you use gas. I'm not sure what it is in Fahrenheit. Right, that's the oven lit and warming up. So now we can add our parsnips. Like so. And our rabbits and, sorry, our lardons and browned rabbit. And now, in goes our chicken stock. Like so. And now, we need to open our cider. Like so, and measure out 300 mils. Like so. And you guessed it, in it goes. Give all that a nice little move around. Okay, so you should have something that resembles that. Okay, and now, I know the oven isn't going to be quite up to temperature, but it doesn't really matter. It'll be hot enough. So now we're going to put the lid on our cast iron cooking pot. And using our oven gloves, we're going to rearrange the oven shelves because I forgot to. And we're going to take our cast iron cooking pot and put it as near as we can to the middle of the oven. Like so. And we're going to shut the door and we're going to set a timer for 2 hours. Okay, so I'll see you in 2 hours. One thing I will quickly add is obviously with that being a 500ml bottle of Henry Upton's medium dry British vintage, it is actually a little bit naughty at 7.3%. So with the other 200ml, I've split that into 2 glasses, and I'm now going to top them up to the top with lemonade and make a couple of very refreshing cider shandies for myself and the beautiful Mrs. Outdoors Britain. So we can drink these with our dinner when it's ready. Which will be ready very soon. So I'll see you then. Okay, so for this next step, there's about 15 minutes left now until the stew's had its 2 hours. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the puff pastry hats. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our puff pastry and we're going to, that's tough. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to unroll our roll of puff pastry. Do it very carefully so we don't rip it or anything. Very carefully. Alright, now what we're going to do is use one of my Scotch glasses, this one. It's the smallest one I've got actually, and all we're going to do is quite simply use it like a cookie cutter. Okay, and we're going to cut out 4 circles like this. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's always 1. We got it. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, I'm tempted to do 6, so we've got 3 each. But yeah, let's do 6. So 5, 6. Right. Try and get them out carefully. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good, we got them without breaking them or ripping them, tearing them, whatever. Right, now what we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of baking paper, a pair of scissors. And we're going to take a small flat baking tray. We're going to put our baking paper on the baking tray, and then we're going to lay out our little round bits of puff pastry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm just going to trim that off to be neat. You don't have to, but now what we do, just get that out of the way for a minute. Now we don't need that or any of that. Right, so now you should have something that looks like that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn the oven up to, no we're not, what we need to do first is just score the tops of these. Just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. I'm just going to quickly score over the tops like this. Okay, now we're going to turn the oven up to gas mark 7. Now we've scored them all over, we are going to take a cup and our egg. We're going to crack our egg into the cup, try not to get any shell in it. Happy days. Now I'm going to take a fork. We're going to beat that egg together. Like so, or maybe a tad more. That'll do. Then we are going to steal one of Mrs. Outdoors Britain's painting brushes, because I don't know what's happened to the proper brush for doing this, and we're just going to quite literally paint the egg all over our little puff pastry rounds, like so, all over them, like so. But don't tell Mrs. Outdoors Britain I stole one of her paintbrushes. Ooh, she won't be happy. Just like that, all over. Like so. Right. Now we're going to take these and we're going to put them in the oven. And in they go. Just like that. And now we're going to leave them in there for the last sort of 10 minutes of the cooking time. Okay, so that is almost ready to come out of the oven. So what we need now is our measuring jug and our corn flour and our tablespoon. Right, now we need to mix up 2 tablespoons of corn flour with 2 tablespoons yeah, 2 tablespoons of corn flour with 2 tablespoons of water. So go 1, 2, in fact I'm going to use water out of the kettle because it's right here. One, 2. Give that a mix together. Oh, that's quite sticky. Yeah, that's very, very sticky. Oh, really? That cannot be right. One more, just to see if that helps. Yeah, that's better. That's got it moving. Yeah, lovely. Oh, I nearly had a panic moment then. Right, now our stew is ready to take out of the oven. So, gas off. And out it comes. Going to leave the puff pastries in there, just in the heat of the oven for a minute while we do this. Right, lid off. So I'll just do away with that in a sec. Right, now in goes our corn flour mixture. Like so. Get a spoon, a little rinse off and a quick wipe, because now we need to add our 6 tablespoons of the creme fraiche. So 1, 2, 3.5, 4, 5, 6, and a little touch more. Right, move that out of the way. And now we need 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. 1, 2, and finally our 2 tablespoons of tarragon. In it goes. Now give it all a good mix together. Really good mix together. Wow. That smells absolutely lovely, that does. It looks it too. Give it all a really good mix, like so. That does smell good. Right. Let's move everything we don't need. Take out our little puff pastry hats. They've come out lovely. Could have been a tiny bit bigger. There they are. Right, a couple of plates and dish it up. Or is there going to be a couple of bowls? A couple of bowls. No, scrap that because we haven't got the big ones. I have to use plates. One, two, right. Now with one ladle, and dish it up. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. Just going to use the oven glove because I know from experience that that is going to be very, very hot. That's it. And now the puff pastry toppers. Just going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Like that. And there you have it. Creamy cider rabbit stew with a couple of lovely refreshing cider shandies to go with it. Well, that was absolutely lovely. However, there is one thing I will add. If you're not that keen on a really sort of strong mustardy kind of flavour, then you might want to change the 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard for 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard. Or 2 dessert spoons. Just, you know, have it, you know, or not have it, but sort of make it how you like it. You know, if you like a strong mustardy flavour, then by all means carry on, put 2 in. or yeah, if you're not so keen, maybe put 2 dessert spoons worth in. Or if you really don't like mustard, or at least not that much, then yeah, go for a couple of teaspoons. Now, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. That is the end. Thank you for watching.